Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here. So all my life I've had to take abuse from Marvel fans because they know I'm a Superman fan telling me that Superman is overpowered, wooden and boring. Why don't you get your own house in order first? Captain Marvel is too powerful, wooden and boring. And believe me, give me Superman any day. Give me Christopher Reeve or Henry Cavill or Tom Welling any day than Brie bloody Larson. People say she can't act. She's won an Oscar. That's not the point. She's been directed. She's been instructed to play the character that way. Of course, we don't know the full structure of the character she's going to be in the film, so it could be really different. But what kind of concerns me, not that she's got more powerful than the male Avengers, but what's kind of worrying is that probably the worst female kind of superhero who will be part of the Avengers sooner or later is more powerful than the other women. When you look at Black Widow, a wonderful character that's been part of the franchise since Iron Man 2, she's going to be more powerful than her, but she isn't a very interesting character. In fact, she's never been that interesting in the comics anyway. So why did they decide to do this? Why Captain Marvel? She can literally defeat Thanos with her little finger. What's the point? It's too easy. It's going to be underwhelming, surely. Because at least with Superman, they've tried to give him kind of things to get in his path, whether they're emotional or things like that. But she seems like she's got everything easy. Grace Randolph, which I'm not always a fan of, but Grace Randolph, who made a great point that she's got all these things. She's so lucky, Brie Larson. She's got a movie with Nick Fury, a.k.a. the fantastic Sam Jackson. She's got these great special effects and everything. But if you take all that away, if you just had Brie Larson in this film, it wouldn't work. But this is not really a video where I want to talk about Brie. This is a video where I want to talk about how overpowered she is. And so Feige decided, or Disney or whoever, that she should just come in and defeat Thanos. Come on, Marvel fans. Are you telling me that excites you? That this person is just going to come in and everything's going to be all right? For me, I find that troubling. Now, I suppose what kind of gets in the way of all this is what we've seen from Infinity War, where Doctor Strange keeps Iron Man alive because it looks like he needs him to defeat Thanos. So how does this work? Does somehow Iron Man communicate with Captain Marvel? I mean, I don't know. You don't know. But from the outside looking in, it really does look like that this woman is going to come in. I've got the powers. I don't need the Avengers. I can defeat Thanos. And to me, I mean, just as a movie fan, right? And I am a movie fan, and I love the MCU. To me, they're going SJW all of a sudden. Disney really SJW, and they're forcing Feige and Marvel Studios to go SJW. So let's bring a female to solve all these problems easily, and that's what really bothers me. That the reason, the motivation behind this is just wrong. It's just wrong. The Avengers are supposed to be a team who work together. But if you've got someone so overpowered, right, who can just come in and go, boom, that's done, next please. Do you know what I mean? Now, it's interesting with the way they did Justice League. With all Justice League's problems, they kept Superman away until the very end, where he came in and he destroyed Steppenwolf. They could literally do the same thing with Captain Marvel. And I kind of think that worked with Justice League, where Superman was dead for most of the film, but then he comes in and he helps them. But still, the other characters have to do something. Superman can't, when they go to help the Russian family, he needs the Flash as well. So it was written in a very clever way, so Superman just didn't come in and solve the problem. And we are going to compare Superman to Captain Marvel. They're just as powerful. They don't really need anyone, but is the threats that big? They do. So really what I'm saying in this video is it just a case of her coming in and solving a very difficult problem. But of course, it can't just be that, can it? Surely. So maybe I'm worrying over nothing, because we know look, we know these characters are coming back to life. We know Spider-Man's not going to stay dead. We know that. Unless he does. We don't know. We've heard things from the kind of the people making the film and Feige that those people stay dead. But that can't be right. They could be being very economical with the truth. But that's part of the fun of all this, guessing how this is going to work. But at the back of my mind is Infinity War is a film that finishes so dramatic, right, and so somber with all these people dying. But even when I was watching the end credits, I was thinking, does it really matter? They're going to come back to life anyway. And this is my whole problem with the situation. And it makes it worse for me, right, that this overpowered character is just going to come in and save the day. So I've always been worried about Avengers 4, always. I'm worried that there might be a fan backlash, just because of what they did in Infinity War, which is a brilliant film, a brilliant finale for this first kind of era of the Avengers universe, the MCU universe. But when you look at it, those characters are not going to stay dead. And basically, guys, if the characters ain't going to stay dead, then it's underwhelming and it's pointless. But furthermore, if we go back to Captain Marvel, if she hasn't got personality and all she's got is powers, then really, what's the point in her? The only thing I'm kind of looking forward to is when she sees Fury. If they set this relationship up in the past and then she sees Fury in Avengers 4 in the modern era, that could be quite special if they've got a good dynamic together. But if they don't build the chemistry within the Captain Marvel movie, that goes by the wayside. So let me know what you think. Is Captain Marvel too powerful? Has she got enough personality and charisma? This is what worries me about the MCU going forward. If we lose Captain America, if we lose Iron Man, like I said before, you lose those characters with charisma and you're replacing them with people with a lack of charisma.